If you want to be really successful in life, this video is going to help you. This is going to be the brutal truth, and I'm not going to lie, it's probably going to make you pretty uncomfortable, but chances are no one has ever actually told you this before. See, when you get so used to hanging around people who are similar to you in your own environment, it's very hard to grow and everyone is still so comfortable. The reason why I've been as successful as I have been is because I've been willing to make myself so uncomfortable for most of the time. When I wake up and I start my day, I really don't care about making myself happy. I care about making myself proud and helping other people, which some people, you know, if you hear that initially, you can think, oh my gosh, that's so sad. That sounds like a people pleaser. But like, no, because I truly believe happiness will be found in the process and achieving great things, because you end up respecting yourself so much more. Your standards for yourself become so much higher. What you expect from other people is so much higher as well. And as a result, you create happiness from going after your purpose and helping other people get there as well, which is why I'm so passionate about creating these kind of videos. If I could give one piece of advice to anyone, it would really just be to go against the norms and do what other people aren't willing to do. And listen closely to what I'm about to tell you. You have to be so willing to be so uncomfortable for long periods of time to achieve success. And you might think, oh, but what if I work hard and I just don't end up making it? I have never seen anyone in life work so undeniably hard for something and not get what they want. Every single successful person gets to where they want to be in life because they've gone through periods of being uncomfortable. A lot of people are so quick to point outwards and say, oh, I'm not successful because of this situation and because of this person or how I grew up and I'm unprivileged. Everyone has their own problems and battles, and quite frankly, the most successful people are the ones who have had the most problems, but they've learned how to navigate it. And if you're going through something hard right now, if you're going through a heartbreak, if you're going through any kind of trauma, use that as your fuel, and successful people will say that as well. And I just get so passionate about this topic. Like, the reason why I've been successful, and so many people say to me, Jazz, I look up to you so much, what can I do? And like, are you willing to sacrifice so much? Because that's the thing, is I've sacrificed so much to be in the position that I am at, and I'm so grateful, and God has blessed me with the life that I get to live today, but it hasn't come without hard work. And it's literally in the Bible, prayer without hard work is dead. You need to work with your prayers. God isn't just going to hand you things if he doesn't deserve it, but if he sees that you're showing up every single day, you're waking up early, you're working on your business, you're doing good for others, and you're praying, he is going to reward you. There's not one single person in life where he hasn't rewarded. And have you ever thought about, maybe you even just haven't asked God for what it is that you want? You know, even for example, if you're feeling lost about what you want to do, and you're like, okay, Jazz, like, cool, work hard, but like, I don't know what I want to do. Have you ever actually like prayed to God and say, God, can you please give me direction? Because God is good. He is very smart. And once again, it's in the Bible. You have not because you ask not. I'm going to say that again. You have not because you ask not. So maybe you haven't asked God for your direction, because when I was young, I was little, I was praying to God every single day. I said, God, what is my purpose? Can you give it to me? I want to make something of myself so bad, and I want to be able to help others. And he delivered that to me at a very young age. And and this goes the same thing when it comes to people as well. If you're ever unsure about a certain person in your life, do the prayer and say, God, is this person for me? Please let me know. If not, and if they're not, remove them from my life. And it is amazing at how quickly he will remove that person. Literally the next day, he is so quick. He's like, yep, okay. So if he's that quick to answer your prayer there, maybe you just need to ask God, God, can you please give me some direction? And you'll be amazed at what he says for you. But you have to truly believe as well. Unfortunately, no one can answer what it's going to be for you in terms of what it is that's going to make you successful. But a lot of the time you have to try a lot of different things. It might be something that you're passionate about, which is great. It might not be something that you're passionate about. It might be something really mundane and boring. There are a lot of successful people who are millionaires off boring businesses. Do you think that they're passionate about gardening? Do you think they're passionate about pool noodles or installing plants? Like, no. But a lot of the time they try these different businesses and one of them kicks off. Andrew Tate talks a lot about this as well, is when he was broke, He was doing everything that he could. He was trying and testing every single thing under the sun. And if you're not where you want to be right now, you have to go through a season of putting your head down, of saying no to friend catch-up, saying no to coffee or parties, or, you know, people say that they want this amazing thing, and then you tell them, okay, cool, well, you have to do these things and you have to give this up. They go, oh, no, I'm not willing to do that. Or you say that you have to pray and they go, oh, no, but I don't really believe in that. Okay, well, I don't know a single successful person in this world who does not believe in God. Success leaves clues, so like, how is not believing in God going for you so far? And I don't mean to be all preachy and whatnot, but like those words are from Steve Harvey himself. I love Steve Harvey. If you know me, you've heard me kind of quote him a little bit in the past, but it's so true, you know, because I think we've all gone through times without God, and then we get closer with him. Life is easier, things make sense more. He gives you direction, he gives you purpose, and he tells you exactly what it is that you have to do. And look, if you're a non-believer, don't click off this video yet. I really challenge you to open your mind and ask yourself, okay, how is your journey without God going? How is your disobedience going? And I've always been a believer in church, but it was not until January this year where I started going religiously. Haven't missed a service. Like before that, I was kind of just going like randomly, and I would still pray and everything, but you know, I just feel like I've just been so much closer. And in that first service back that I attended this year, in January, they said, delayed obedience is still disobedience. So that really hit home for me. That was like, okay, well, how can I expect God to deliver me all of these things, but I'm still walking in sin? And honestly, that was such a wake-up call for me. And I just want to share that message with you as well, because it really, really hit home for me. See, the thing is about success is that you have to be willing to go through seasons in life. You have to be willing to go through seasons of complete, utter focus where you're putting your head down and your goal is all you're focused on. Aside from God and your family, of course, you have to want your goal for yourself so bad. And people say that they want to be successful, but quite frankly, it means nothing without complete pure action. You can want these things all you want, but what are your action steps? And let me ask you something as well. If a camera followed you around for the past 6 months, would you be proud of everything you've done, how you've been spending your time, or would you be embarrassed? Has everything that you've done brought you closer towards your goals, or around the same as to where you are now, or going backwards? And I'm gonna quote Andrew's hate here, so don't hate me, but he's a very successful businessman and we can learn things from him. And something that he said that has really stuck with me is, if you are not progressing forward, you're going backwards. And this is what I always tell my PT mentor clients as well, is this very thing. It is, even when you are so busy and that you have a wait list and you're booked out with clients, you still have to be hustling and trying to get new clients and doing your marketing as if you're broke. Right now, me, I'm good. I live a very good lifestyle. Do I need to be doing these YouTube videos? No. Do I need to be posting as many times as I do on Instagram, TikTok, podcast, YouTube, Threads, Snapchat? No, I don't need to, but you have to be having that kind of mindset or you're going to be left behind. I actually have a quote on my wallpaper, and I feel like some people who don't resonate with like hard work and tough love is gonna kind of hate this, but I love tough love, and I listen to like a lot of like a male kind of like dominated motivational speakers and whatnot, because I really think that's where you're going to be successful, is like having that tough love with yourself. Whereas if you're always doing everything from an emotional standpoint, that's not a good place to be running a business. And if you're okay with tough love, then you'll like this, but if not, then just don't mind this. But it's a quote and it says, "Why aren't you scared to lose? Your entire life is one massive loss. Aren't you afraid to continue this way?" And then I've got another quote on my wallpaper saying, "You are a effing loser, be angry, change it." And I know, before you think, holy crap, like that is so brutal and like rude and self-pity and self-jeopardizing, like I get it. I get it if you think that way, but for me, this is like so motivating and I love this. And I know that my life isn't one massive loss or anything, and I'm so grateful. Like, I'm one of the most positive and grateful people you will ever meet. I am convinced I'm so blessed in so many ways that I can even possibly tell you. But for me, having that as my motivation is so important. And if you're a female in business as well, I think it can be really lonely because a lot of women just try and find a sugar daddy or a rich man to try and, you know, fund their lifestyle. But I have always been taught and raised never to rely on someone for anything. And I am such a strong believer in not relying on anyone for anything. If you want something, you have to go get it. And when I tell you there is nothing better than having your own money and being able to fund your own lifestyle and living in a place that you brought for yourself, like that is one of the most fulfilling things. Because, and let me tell you something, especially if you're a woman and you're like, oh no, this is too hard, I'll just get a rich man. His wealth means nothing to you unless he's actively putting things in your name and he's buying something that you know for a fact that is yours and he's not going to take back after you leave. His wealth means nothing. You shouldn't be impressed by it. I mean, you should, of course, if he's a successful man and a man who's done well for himself, great, learn from him as much as you can. But learn and see what you can do and apply from that business. And I have dated wealthy men before, and never once do I ever think to myself, oh my gosh, what can I try and get out of this man to give me things or whatever. No, what I do think is, let me pick this man's brain. He is further along than I am and he can help me. And you know, I have learned something from every single successful man that I have met, whether I've dated them or not. Knowledge to be able to acquire your own wealth is more valuable than them just giving you things. You cannot expect someone to fish and just give you the fish. Get them to teach you how to fish, because then you can get fish whenever you want. And I'm not talking about fishing here. So baby girl, please, if you're a girl listening to this, I beg you, please, you have to want success for yourself more than others want it for you. And you will naturally attract people who are on that same level as you. There are going to be people along your journey who don't get it, who don't understand your mission, who will criticize you or talk bad or tell you you shouldn't do it or aren't you scared. Don't listen to these people. Not if they're not where you want to be. And naturally, as you start to become that successful version of yourself, that higher version of yourself that you've always dreamt of becoming, you will attract people of similar nature and on your level and higher as well. And then you learn from those people and it's a compound effect. So if I can leave you with one thing today, it's that you have to go through a season of sacrifice and hard work and tunnel vision, that nothing else matters. If you try really hard for something and you want it for yourself, you can make it happen. You have to believe it, you have to pray on it, and you have to work so hard for it, harder than what you even realize. But it's possible and it's so worth it. It will be the best thing that you ever do. I have never regretted working hard and skipping an event. I have always thanked myself for it, and I thank God every single day that I said yes to myself and no to those events that was just pushing me further away from my goals. And I said yes to myself, staying in, doing what was outside of the norm and being judged constantly for just staying in. But this is what brings me happiness. This is what fulfills me, and this is what lights me up every single day. And it is why I keep showing up and doing what I do, because I have so much passion for what I do. And I just know I'm going to keep creating success for myself. And I'm just so grateful I get to sit here, film this content and do what I love every single day. But it has come at a sacrifice. But it has been worth it every single step of the way. So I'm telling you, it's possible for you. I know you can do it, but are you willing to do what it takes? Ask yourself that. And it's okay if not. But when I tell you, on the other side of hard work and prayer and showing up for yourself every single day, it will be the best thing you ever do. There is so much happiness and fulfillment, and you learn so much along the way. With that being said, guys, I hope you're feeling motivated, and I encourage you to take at least one action right now towards your future goals and vision. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you. I'm cheering you on from afar. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.